Okay, guys, I have another anime that we're gonna talk about. I just watched the first episode, Ragnarok. Tap in, y'all. It's so good. The first episode is really, really good because like when Thor, you feel me, couldn't cool. Like it's a coincidence because I don't mind sharing this detail. It's not that big. The first fight is Thor. You feel me? You remember Thor Ragnarok when he like lost? I think it was both of his eyes or one of his eyes. I think it was both of them because Odin was just the one. And he had to fight. You feel me? That's what this is given, but like different, like gods against humans. So it's gods against humans. It's really good. The first episode, hold on, I'm trying to read the description of it. See if I can get the description of the episode. Yeah. At the council of the Valhalla, the gods vote anonymously for humankind's existence, but Brunhilde, eldest of the Valkyrie sisters, raised her objection. So that's it. I can read, y'all. I'm sorry. The words, words scramble sometimes. But enough about that. Yo, go check it out. I fuck with it. Simi, do you approve? He wasn't here for the first episode. Tune in for the second one. I'm gonna come back when I get through the second episode. So if you don't want to see me give you know what I'm saying, don't watch this. Finish it, then come back to this. I'm back as far as going through the episodes of the battle. If you guys don't want to see it, stop here and just listen to my first beginning and ignore this clip. Finish it and go all the way up to episode 4, then come back and watch it. Okay, so the first episode, it just went over like the whole council and them like beefing on whether or not they should destroy mankind or keep mankind, because like the gods are tired of humans and they feel like humans are like destroying the world. They keep talking about how they're fucking up the environment and stuff like that. The people who are introduced first is like Zeus, Hermes, Aphrodite, and then the Valkyrie sister. So right, she I have struggled pronouncing her name, but it's Brunhilde. She brings up a point of, let's do Ragnarok. Y'all just want to destroy mankind, but let's put y'all up to the test on whether or not you are so powerful as you are. Let's put the greatest heroes / fighters of mankind against the gods to determine whether or not we should keep mankind or we should destroy it. Okay, so then episode 2 is the worthy opponent. This is when Labu comes in. He is a battle warrior. I believe it's from, where is he from again? I believe he's from Singapore. I believe he's from Singapore. I hope I'm not wrong. But the second episode is them two finally getting into the arena and it's starting. And at first, the battle between both of them, they weren't doing anything. They were sizing each other out. And I'm like, yo, this is how you know you're a good fighter, is when you size each other out before making a move. So I'm not gonna lie, Labu, he was fucking Thor up. Thor was not ready for Labu. Like, he has so much heart and spirit, and also he trained so much. You know what I'm saying? He's the best fighter in the world at that time. You feel me? What made me think of this kind of making me curious, I'm not sure if they're going through each century of like the world's greatest as far as humans and reincarnating them back. You feel me? For them to fight against the gods. I feel like that's what's happening as I keep going, because I'm only at episode 4. I'm about to get to 5. I'll come back when we talk about 5 in the next match. But so yeah, so in the first round, you feel me, they're like feeling each other out, and then like, you feel me, Labu is kind of giving Thor a run for his money, and I don't think they were ready for that. I think they thought that Labu was going to be an easy kill and that Thor would have took him out easily, and you could see the tension within the arena of like the humans and then Labu's country, because Labu has a force behind him. He became the strongest in all the world. He became the strongest man. He took out armies. He took out many people by himself, and then because of that, he gained notoriety, and he ended up making and having his own like troops, you feel me, that supported him. So they're in the arena too. So everyone's in there just cheering and stuff like that. And it's a really, really intense match. So now let's get into episode 3. Labu starts to really start fucking up Thor. You know what I'm saying? And he's like landing blows. Thor's not landing blows on Labu. He's like injuring Thor at this point. So then they keep going. Also, so remember how I brought up the Valkyrie sisters? There's like, I think 13 or like 14 of them, and they're able to morph their bodies into a weapon, because think about it, this is gods versus man. So even if you're a human and you're the best fighter, you are not going to be able to fight or defend yourself against a god's weapon / instrument. So they she sacrificed one of her sisters to be Labu's weapon, and she formed herself into Labu's weapon to fight. So in episode 3, that's when Zeus ends up finding out, like, oh, this is how Labu's keeping up his willpower. He's very strong person, very strong warrior, but he also has a weapon to be able to fight and defeat Thor. So now we're in episode 4. We kind of go through Labu's like legacy of how he became the best fighter in the world, what was his backstory from childhood to now, how much he trained, how much he pushed himself, and how like his legacy came to be, and how much notoriety he has as a person. And then also we kind of find out how he dies as well. That's why I feel like these are spirits coming back to fight, as far as like they pick different people throughout history of who was the greats or whatever, and they put them against gods, because you know gods are immortal, like eternal, you feel me, shit like that. So like they had to go back and like, you know, already explain that. So and what's so crazy about Labu, he ended up getting killed, you feel me. So they ended up killing him because he became like the strongest in the world, and they was like, yo, we gotta get rid of this nigga, like we cannot be having this motherfucking tyrant around here. So they ended up killing him. But and when they end up showing the story, they give like 2 versions. So it's where Labu is like crying, begging for his life or whatever, and his troops are so sad, they're crying, and he's over here pleading, and then they just kill him. But then they come back and be like, you really think Labu would really be on that type of energy? So they end up showing the real version of how he ended up dying, and he's over there fucking bored. He's so nonchalant. He's like, bro, I am the strongest man in the world. I've fought so many people. I've taken out the strongest men I know. I am bored. I don't care if y'all kill me. You feel me? And then he ends up going out like a G like that. Okay, so then now we're getting into like the whole like, now that you know who these people are, we already know the story. Oh, they also do the story of Thor, like how Thor ended up becoming Thor, like being able to defeat this type of like giants. I wanted to go through Labu's story because I feel like Labu's kind of like cool. I feel like we already know, you know, Thor's background, but they also shed light on Thor's background and like tell like how he ended up becoming Thor and using his hammer to defeat, because the like, I believe it was the gods or some type of city where it's sacred, and they had like a big barrier around it, because giants or like these type of creatures would come and try to, you feel me, attack and destroy the city, destroy the people. So Thor, they ended up having a big attack. I think it was like 76 or 77 of them. They're like these huge, think of Attack of the Titans. They're like those type of creatures, but I feel like they're a little bit not as smart. But like, you know, even in Attack of the Titans, they're not smart, but they know how to fight. That's what it's giving, okay? So they end up breaking into the city or whatever, you feel me, destroying the whole wall, the whole barrier that protects them from them, because they're coming in bigger numbers, bigger forces. It's different when there's only like 4 or 5 of them. Okay, that's not as bad. The guardian angels can protect the city of the people, you feel me? But they were struggling, you feel me, because there was more of them this time. So they end up like fighting and everything, getting through the wall and whatever, and Thor comes out with his hammer, his signature move, and he backs all the way back, winds himself back, and then fucking throws it, and then he catches it again and starts whamming these motherfuckers out. So they go through his story or whatever. So yeah, that's his story. So then when it comes to the fight between him and Labu, I'm gonna get to the point to where like what happens, because unfortunately Labu does not win this round, unfortunately, but he puts up a good fight. I'm not gonna go through all the details because I want you to watch it, but he gives up a good fight, you feel me, with Thor, but he does not win. I don't want to give like what happens at that part, but it was a good fight. So far it's gods 1, human 0, but they gave Labu a lot of props. Like, he really put himself on the line. And I brought up the Valkyrie sisters because unfortunately the instrument died.